We're dating this episode immediately. I'm not worried about dating this episode this time.
We have a very big topic that's very relevant right now.
Really relevant right now. We just got out of the Mr. Sakurai presents Kazuya Mishima for Smash Bros. Ultimate.
And as cool as he is, there's one now big, glaring, overarching, looming concept, and that is...
the last Smash Bros. Character.
Fighter 11.
Maybe ever. Maybe ever.
Right, that's true.
Because Sakurai's not working on this game anymore. He's done.
I mean, okay, so he says that, they say that, they're going to rope his ass in, even if he's like a skeleton, and they're going to be like, you have to at least oversee it.
Not if he retires completely from, like, because he owns this company right now, Sora Limited. If he retires from Sora Limited and literally is like, do not bother me again, I'm hanging out with Toby Fox in my basement, then what can we do?
Can you imagine, though, him, like, they're like, we're making a new game, and then it just, like, eats away at him for months as
I don't think it would eat at him, because I think he's incredibly proud of what he's achieved. Which, he's achieved what no other person in this industry could achieve.
Bringing Banjo-Kazooie back?
Yes. Like, he's the one man that did it. He brought Banjo-Kazooie back and then put Kazuya Mishima in a game where he punches Isabelle. Like, there's not much more to go from here. So, we have Fighter 11, perhaps the last Smash Bros. Character ever. No one has any idea who it's going to be.
Lots of people have lots of ideas of who it could be.
But they're all equally as possible.
Right. At this point, with all of the... You were talking about how as soon as Sakurai moved into his home to do this stuff, the leaks completely stopped.
People stopped getting super drunk at bars and leaking information that they weren't supposed to. And so now... no one has any idea. I think since, who was after Min Min? Was it Sephiroth? No. Steve was after... Steve wasn't leaked. Like, people knew that Nintendo was collaborating, specifically Smash Bros. Was collaborating with Minecraft, but they had no idea what it was going to be. They thought it might have just been a stage or a spirit event. People had no idea that it would have been Steve. So since, like, Steve, no one's predictions have been right. Sephiroth came out of nowhere. Kazuya came out of nowhere. Pyra and Mithra came out of nowhere. I forgot that they were in the game.
Didn't Lucas come out of nowhere?
Well, that's for a very specific reason, actually, but I don't have time for that right now. So, no one has any real idea of who the last character is, except for Sakurai and the people working on the games, who haven't said a damn word to anyone. And so, a lot of people think it's going to be a Pokemon. And I think that they're probably wrong, because I'm probably wrong about who I think it is. But I just don't think that they will end perhaps Smash Brothers, but let's just say Ultimate, which has been like the ceremonious game that by all means should not exist.
The ultimate
Smash Brothers game with like Cinderace.
Right.
Like, I feel like it's a little anticlimactic.
Now, and here's the thing about this generation, right? Generation 8 of Pokemon, they haven't really been pushing a particular monster.
They really haven't.
Like they did with Lucario, who was obviously going to be in Smash. And
with the DLC, the first wave, Urshifu stole all the thunder of any Gen 8 potential mascot, and then Calyrex stole Urshifu's thunder.
Yeah, and realistically, I could see Urshifu being in the game. He could have a stance switch thing. It would be very similar to Pyra and Mithra, but he's so boring.
Yeah, he's kind of very boring looking, actually.
But, you mentioned Cinderace, and of course, like, that would be the dumbest possible, right? Because it's another fire starter, but bear with me, ball management mechanic.
Okay.
Cinderace's signature thing is that he kicks the little flint stone and it catches fire, right?
Yeah.
So imagine, like, he has this rock that he can kick around the stage, and whenever it's exposed to fire, it becomes on fire, and it then can become like a stage hazard obstacle thing.
Like the magma block for Steve.
Yeah, only it sort of hangs out and is permanent.
Yeah, like it's like the soccer ball item, but like permanent, even if items are off.
Right.
and you can kick it around, and you have to worry about it being there if you're playing against Cinderace. I mean, like that. I think that would be a way to spice up Cinderace, but I just think the impact it would make on, like, you know, it'd be like a worse version of Byleth.
Yeah, it would be very underwhelming, but, like, I think we're at that point where who is even left to be, like, a grand ceremonious final character?
Crash Bandicoot.
Okay,
Master Chief.
Do you guys... all right.
Like, there are plenty of third-party characters who would be, even, like, Jill Valentine from Resident Evil, or Chris Redfield, or like a Resident Evil character, or like, yeah, I think there are plenty of characters who are third party who would really make a difference, more than like Cinderace or Urshifu, or as much as I would love Toxtricity, but if they're gonna add a Pokemon, right? We've got the Diamond and Pearl remakes coming out. And people want Goku. We can't have Goku because Goku is not a video game character. Goku is an anime character. And they've said multiple times we can't do characters that originate from something outside of a video game.
Otherwise, that would just...
Otherwise, the doors are open for SpongeBob and Mickey Mouse. And, like, because they have very good video games. But they're not video game characters.
Right.
So, but Infernape is a Pokemon that is the Pokemon equivalent of Goku. Because he's also a monkey man that shoots flame energy and gets stronger when he gets beat up. So what if we put Goku in the game, but then we retextured him and gave him Infernape's model?
God, imagine the reveal trailer, right? Infernape, yeah. And it just the tagline is, stands in for Goku.
Yeah, Infernape, because we can't put Goku in the game.
Yeah. Oh.
I would love that because it would make a lot of people upset. I mean, is that's kind of a bad reason to want something, right?
Well, I mean, you know, bad is subjective, and in this case, like, I think want is subjective.
Yeah, I don't really want Infernape, but if it was going to be a Pokemon for the last fight or the Fighters Past, I think it would be fun if it was Infernape with Goku's moveset.
That would be very fun.
Yeah.
I think that it is not reasonable to suspect that, but I think that's a good, like, Twitter discourse opinion to have.
Oh no. Okay, I'm cutting that from the record then. I don't want that. I don't want to be known for that. Take that away. I don't want that anymore.
Oh, but on the subject of monkeys though, Rillaboom is a grass starter, which we don't have as a rep in Smash.
Except for Ivysaur.
Standalone.
Yeah, standalone. Yeah.
Because we got Greninja for standalone water and Cineroar for standalone fire.
Yeah, and we had Charizard for standalone fire too, because Charizard left the trainer for a little bit before he came back.
Right. He was He was at the equivalent of Charizard at the Chartastic Valley.
Yeah, Chartastic Valley. I love that so much. We don't get that anymore, by the way. Like, quick tangent. We don't get that kind of creativity with this series anymore with Pokemon.
Oh.
We don't get the Chartastic Valley anymore. Like, it's just like a place from the game or like a made-up town name. We don't get anything like that, and I'm a little saddened by it. But, okay, so going back. Yeah, we don't have a fully evolved grass starter. So I think Rillaboom would be kind of cool if he's not too much like Donkey Kong.
Well, Donkey Kong lost
the bongos
as part of his moveset aesthetic.
Yeah, he did.
And so Rillaboom is not really a hand-to-hand fighter.
It kind of is.
I mean, his whole thing, even his signature move, drum beating, he's beating the drum to control the grass.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that would be cool, but I think managing, like, his movement with the drum placement would be kind of obnoxious to animate.
I mean, okay, so ball management, drum management, right?
Yeah. And then you have, Inteleon would have tier management.
Yeah. No, they put Sobble in. It wouldn't be Inteleon, it'd be Sobble.
Oh my god.
Fire Pass 11, you get Sobble. And he just cries the whole time. I mean, I think what we've learned from this conversation is that regardless of who the Fire Pass 11 is, they gotta be a monkey.
That's what you've taken away from this?
Yeah, like, okay, Infernape, right? Monkey. Goku, monkey. Rillaboom, monkey. Ball management, and monkey. Let me hit you with I.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, Oh my god. Monkey Ball's getting a new thing.
Monkey Ball is big right now. It's the 20th anniversary.
It's a major Nintendo IP that has, if I understand
correctly...
No,
not Nintendo. Sega.
Oh,
it's
Sega.
Always been Sega.
That's right. I've only known it on Nintendo consoles.
I think it's only been on Nintendo consoles before it went multi-platform. Like, I don't think Super Monkey Ball was on the Dreamcast.
Gotcha.
But Super Monkey Ball, big series, lots of brand recognition.
Yeah?
Monkey in the ball. In the ball management.
God.
Put the monkey in the ball management. And, like, what a unique moveset, right? Where you just move and you're attacking. You're just doing damage by moving around, which is what Smash Brothers is about.
Oh, no button, just movement.
No button, just movement. Like, we come from Kazuya, who has a million buttons and button combinations, to a character that you don't hit a button. You only hit one button, and it's the jump button, and maybe special moves. Maybe he has some special moves.
B button is open ball for hang glider.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's the up B. The up B is the hang glider. Down B, he pulls out the monkey golf club from Monkey Golf. And then side B is like monkey bowling or something. Like,
oh, my God.
And normal B is like monkey dogfight, where he, like, opens the ball and, like, shoots you with a gun.
Wow, the minigames do give him potential for a move.
Yeah.
This is so much more viable. Oh, no, this is now my guy.
I want my eye.
And since movesets are identical between the monkeys, you get a Koopa Link scenario.
Yeah, you get I and Mimi and Baby and Gon and whoever the crazy professor is, and you can have Dr. No, there's a good professor too. Oh. I don't know his name. He's from one of the newer games.
I was just gonna say,
but yeah, you can have Dr. Badboon and his little henchman. I don't remember his name.
I don't know if he gets one.
And then, like, maybe like a Dreamcast or something to round it out.
Oh my god. Well, you have 4 and then 4 alternate colors.
Yeah, okay. So
because I don't think Bad Boon canonically has ever been in a ball.
He's never been in a ball.
He's been in a blimp, though.
He has been in his cool blimp.
I just revisited Super Monkey Ball recently. Oh, yeah, because you lent me your...
Oh, yeah, I lent you the GameCube.
You lent me the GameCube when I broke my foot. And so, like, yeah, I'm abnormally fresh on Monkey Ball lore, which is... not something I was expecting to be able to go into.
Final Smash could be the EE Monkey Magic Boo.
Yeah, the magical song is EE Boo.
And then they shoot a rainbow.
Oh, no.
And the stage.
No.
The tilt stage.
No. With gyro sensitivity.
With gyro sensitivity. I think, like, it's either, like, based on whoever is winning, if they're tilting their controller a certain way. Because all the controller... Oh, wait, no, it can't be because the GameCube controller doesn't have tilt. But, like... Okay, so what if it's like weight-based?
It's not competitively viable anyway.
Yeah, okay, so what if it's like weight-based then? Like, however heavy the characters are on the stage, that's the way the stage starts tilting.
Oh no. 7 Kirby's on one side, Bowser on the other, it's still Bowser.
It's still Bowser, yeah. And then what if we had all the voice lines? Like, because like whenever you start a Monkey Ball stage, he's like, ready, go.
Instead of the actual Smash announcer, they get Monkey Ball announcer.
Yeah, they have mysterious Monkey Ball announcer.
Fall out.
Whenever he dies.
Oh no!
Like you hear I screaming because he's like, wah! And then it's like fall out, and then he respawns, and then when he respawns every time, it's like ready, go.
That would be so invasive and annoying.
And I'd love it so much.
And all the little noises he makes whenever he gets hit. Oh no.
And like whenever he's like on the side of the stage when you're like spinning really fast. Oh my god.
Oh no.
This is a new fastest character. Like forget Sonic. Like I goes canonically faster than Sonic.
But there isn't enough room on the stage to get her that speed.
What if his B is like Sonic's down B?
Oh, so yet another rollout egg roll Sonic spin dash.
They love this move.
Apparently.
Sakurai loves spinning in place and the charging up speed. This is his favorite move. He gives it to everybody. God. Could you imagine what Kirby would look like?
No, because it would have to be in a ball.
Yeah, put Kirby in the ball.
Kirby wouldn't change. He'd just get in the ball.
Yeah.
He wouldn't look like He'd just get in the ball.
He just put Kirby in a smaller ball.
That would wreck the rest of his moveset, but...
Oh, no. Just get him the monkey ears then. And then whenever he uses his B move, he just gets in a ball really quick. No, he spits it out and then gets in it and then does the charge.
That would take so long to animate.
Yeah, I would. I want II now. What's his cut in? What's II's cut in for like his reveal?
Oh god. II is ballin'.
No, II is going bananas.
Sure, that works too.
II rolls up.
II rolls up.
II goes bananas. I want II.
Oh god.
That's what I'm pulling for now.
Yeah.
If I had to pull for anybody who was possible, because Gino's done, we're not getting another mother character. I'm not gonna get Laharl from Disgaea. Like,
no, I think you've done it. I think you've distilled down the most reasonable speculation.
And he has no normals. He has no normals. He just moves, and depending on how fast he's going is how much damage he does to you, and he knocks you away. And that's it. He's perfect for multiplayer battles, because he just gets in there and starts rolling around.
Now, you know this is a big thing with all the DLC characters. Which of his moves have armor?
Him. Because he's in a ball.
There you go.
Maybe that's his thing. Maybe also, if he takes enough damage, the ball breaks. And
then
he
what?
has no normals.
Oh, God.
So, it's like Olimar without any Pikmin. Where he just kind of exists. Like...
Yikes.
Because, like, if you think about it, right? Olimar doesn't have smash attacks if he has no Pikmin.
Right.
He doesn't have specials, except for pull Pikmin, if he doesn't have any Pikmin. So, I think having this cool ball mechanic, the ball management, but it breaks if he takes too much damage, I think this works. Or if you shield break him. If you shield break his ball breaks.
This is also just, like, insane enough of a concept to fit in with the rest of the DLC gimmicks.
Almost all the DLC characters have had these really insane gimmicks. Like, Pyra and Mithra's, like, automatic switching that's not like Zelda and Sheik's old switching. Like, Steve and all his friends, like, literally changing the stage. Kazuya having a million moves. Sephiroth being a literal final boss character with, like, a super armor and a final form.
And a comeback mechanic.
Like,
yeah, so him, Kazuya, Terry all have these comeback mechanics.
Min, like, with the longest arms in the West, like...
Right.
And, like, weapon switching on the fly.
Yeah.
Like, I've never played Min, but she seems a lot more complex than I give her credit for.
She's a really fun character.
Yeah, and, like, I always forget about her weapon switching. Like, cause she has, like, 3 different modes for her fists.
And each of them offers
do something different.
And like, to a really noticeable degree, mind you.
Like, the dragon, like, breathes fire and extends your hitboxes. The ball makes you, like, hit harder. And then, like, the spinning thing lets you do combos. Like,
it's called the Ram, the Megawatt, and the...
Sorry, I've never played ARMS. All I know is Jello Man. And Dr. Coil.
ARMS deserves the world.
Well, you know what ARMS is. Even if ARMS hasn't been touched in however long by Nintendo, it's still cool. And this is the It's Still Cool podcast.
God, did we not introduce the name yet?
No.
Oh my God.
And my name is Tony.
And my name is Jesse.
And on this podcast, we talk about stuff that is still cool, especially stuff that's incredibly relevant at the time of recording.
Despite us having a terrible track record with releasing these episodes in a timely fashion.
Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. Fallout. Anyways, yes, we're talking about Smash Brothers on the intro because we were just talking about it in person a little bit before recording.
And I said, get the mic.
And so I got the mic. And so there's our Smash Brothers ideas. We talk about Smash Brothers ideas a lot, but it's fun. It's incredibly fun to think about this game series that has become something that, like, if you had told me this 10 years ago, when Brawl was still the newest game on the market, that this is how big Smash was going to get, I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't believe you for a second, because I thought us getting Snake and Sonic was, like, the pinnacle of us getting, like, third-party characters.
Yeah, that really seemed unobtainable at the time. Like, unrealistic, and then it happened, and then it was like, this is it, we've peaked.
Yeah, like, Sonic and Snake were probably like, oh, these are the most important characters they could ever get for a Nintendo game, because, like, they've been on Nintendo consoles, and it works. And then we got Smash 4, and they reveal Smash 4 with Mega Man.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, you know what? Take this, people who don't think we can get third parties. Mega Man, and we're like, oh my god.
And to this day, Mega Man has probably got my favorite moveset of any fighter
in Smash. Like, probably the most one-to-one of any character in Smash Brothers. Because every other character in Smash Brothers has caveats about translating their moveset into their game. I think the only other character that rivals it now is Simon Belmont.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
And The only new move for Smash Mega Man got is the get up and ledge attacks.
Yeah, those are the only new things. Everything else is something you can do in this game. Well, his slide doesn't do damage.
But that's the thing. Charge Man's charge kick is slide with damage in Mega Man 5.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it's not technically charge kick in Smash because the slide is more iconic,
but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It might as well be. So literally everything. The grab is just the guts arm.
So good!
It's so good, dude.
It was my mind, man. My only regret is not having been a Mega Man fan at the time Mega Man was announced for Smash.
Final Smash is the black hole bomb.
Yes, they even put it in.
Yeah, it's not just a weird. Here's all the Mega Man shooting a laser. It's the black hole bomb going into that. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah,
man, I can't believe that. So this is the series. This is a series where dreams come true. And sadly, it seems like with these 2 DLC passes, a lot of people's dreams are not coming true.
A lot of people have very specific dreams, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I've been very vocal that, like, I don't know if I've mentioned it on the podcast yet, so I'm just going to go into my whole spiel about it.
Go for it.
A very important part of gaming history that's not in Smash in any way is the virtual pet.
Yeah.
And, of course, you're not going to have a Tamagotchi in Smash.
Well, hold on. Mamechi is a playable character in Mario Kart GP.
Incredible. I don't think I knew that.
Okay, so Mario Kart Arcade GP was like Nintendo and Bandai Namco's first ever kind of collaborative event where the Mario Kart arcade games are made by Bandai Namco. They have Pac-Man in them.
Oh.
And then the second one, Mario Kart Arcade GP2, also has Mamechi in it. And he drives a little Tamagotchi car.
That's adorable.
Yeah, and because I think Bandai Namco now owns the rights to the Tamagotchi franchise. So, I mean, we just got a Bandai Namco character with Kazuya. But we could get another one with Mamechi.
But let me do you one better than Mamechi, though.
Uh-huh.
How insane would it be?
Oh, my God.
How insane would it be
my God.
if we finally have a game where you can play as a Pokemon
fighting a Digimon?
Fighting a Digimon.
Bandai Namco also does the Digimon video games.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my God.
And Digimon started as a virtual pet.
It was a virtual pet first.
A sort of like...
It was a battle... It was a battle Tamagotchi.
Exactly.
Because Tamagotchis don't fight.
Tamagotchi with violence.
Yeah, Tamagotchis don't fight. They just poop and have fun. And, like, they would interact, but, like, they would just be like, oh, I went over to play with your friend. Like,
and so my insane, like, unrealistic Smash hope is Agumon.
Is it Agumon, or is it Agumon with, like, one of the tamers?
Now, the characters from Digimon are... I would imagine it being more like the Duck Hunt trio.
Oh, okay.
Where, like... You are the guy with the zapper. Mm-hmm. You are the guy
with the Digivice.
With the Digivice, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because, like, Tai is not a game character.
No, he's not a game character.
And they didn't put Ash in Smash. They put Red in.
They put Red. And Green, Leaf.
Technically,
Leaf.
Depending on your continuity, yes.
Yeah, it's weird.
Because she's still green in the manga.
But in every other continuity, including the games, it's Leaf.
Yeah.
But, like, the manga inspires the games sometimes, so, like...
Green only stayed relevant because of the manga.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, Agumon would be fucking sick. Like a Digivolve mechanic?
A Digivolve mechanic.
Oh my God.
Now, Digivolving would be tricky because Agumon would have to change his model pretty drastically.
Yeah,
and his moveset to go with it.
Greymon is not similar to Agumon. But here's the thing. I think to get the point across, you would only need Agumon and Greymon, and then Wargreymon for the final smash.
That's fair, yeah, because he could just warp Digivolve.
Yeah, he could just warp Digivolve for his final smash, and I think Greymon is the last one that becomes like physically viable as like a movable character on the plane of Smash Bros.
Because I think you could go from like Agumon sizing him up a bit, and Greymon would still be able to function a lot of the same ways. Yeah,
because like Greymon is like like kind of like Bowser, kind of like Ridley, where he's like a big reptile guy.
Yeah,
but he's not huge yet.
And Metal Greymon would have the claw and the missiles, and it would just be too much of a change.
Well, also, Metal Greymon looks like he can't move.
Yeah.
Like, Metal Greymon does not look mobile as a creature.
Mobile Suit Greymon.
Yeah, Mobile Suit Greymon.
Immobile Suit Greymon.
Immobile Suit Metal Greymon. And then Wargreymon can just be the final smash.
Yeah.
Or like Omnimon or something. Who cares, right? Like... He could, like, a Gabumon could show up, and then they warp DNA Digivolve, and they become Omnimon, and he does Omni Slash or whatever. Like, I don't know what his move is called.
No, Omni Slash is Cloud's final
Yeah,
slash.
well, Omni Slash is so good, he got 2 of them. So...
Yeah, right. No, I think War Greymon, who does the big Nova Force, Terra Force, whatever it's called, would be cool.
It would be great. And so then, Pikachu can fight Agumon!
Finally! Not even Lego Dimensions could make that happen.
Not even.
And they put Marvel and DC together.
And they put Sonic with Portal. Like, Sonic can hang out with GLaDOS.
Yeah, Lego Dimensions is... I wish Lego Dimensions mattered more.
I think they cut it too early is what happened. I think it was finally getting somewhere, and then they were like, pulled the plug on it because the Lego company is afraid. They're afraid of everything.
Yeah.
Also, Toys to Life was dying because it got oversaturated. Like, there was, like, Lego Dimensions, Skylanders, Amiibo, Starlink, a bunch of other stuff, like, Disney Infinity, like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, the electronic section of stores became half just action figures.
Or they're little models.
Yeah.
I think the Lego Dimensions ones are the only ones that technically move, right?
I think a couple of Skylanders ones move now. Like, at the very tail end of that series, you could move them.
But not a standard feature.
No, it wasn't a standard feature until way late into development of that series.
And Toys to Life is like, we were just a little too old for that to really be relevant.
Like, Amiibos, at least for us, became like, look at these cool figures of characters we never thought would get affordable figures.
Smash Brothers as a game is already a video gaming Hall of Fame. The Amiibos are just the Hall of Fame you can put on your shelf.
Yeah, like, and it also, like, the history of Smash Brothers characters existing as trophies. Like,
yeah, it's cool.
It all comes together with Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Oh, no. Sorry again, Loxton.
Maybe we'll have him on one day. Maybe we'll have Loxton on, and then he can yell at us about stealing his thunder.
I think having Loxton on our podcast is the equivalent of Agumon in Smash.
I mean, yeah. Maybe I wonder if Loxton would want Agumon in Smash.
I don't know. Does Loxton do Digimon stuff?
Not yet.
Oh.
He's too busy, like, being creative and making his own Pokemon region, which is actually very cool.
I've heard.
Yeah, I've watched all the videos on it. It's very well thought out. I think he did a really great job. It took me like 3 weeks to come up with one Pokemon design, so...
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if I went back through some old notebooks, I could come up with something.
I think coming up with a Pokemon is actually really difficult.
Well, it really depends on if you're trying to emulate Generation 1 or if you're trying to emulate later generations.
What if you're trying to emulate them all at once?
Yeah,
because you're trying to put a lot of thought and design into, like, what you're making.
I suppose technically that is what the current generations are, though.
Yeah, like...
Are we... Hold on.
Okay.
Are we just segueing into Fakemon right now, or is that what we just did?
We were shouting out Loxton, and then we kind of went into Fakemon. Let's not get too much off track. Let's veer back on. We do this too much. Yeah. We chase a tangent.
No, I was going to say, because, like, this is a good topic, but I don't know if we were done with where we were.
We weren't done. We weren't done with Agumon and Smash Brothers yet.
And I didn't even mean specifically that, because I think I said everything I could say about him.
Well, no, I haven't.
Oh.
So, here's the thing about Agumon, right? Number one, I don't think Agumon has an authentic video game. Like, I don't think Agumon has, like, the one video game to represent him. Because there are so many different kinds of Digimon games.
Yeah.
There are RPGs. There are, like, battle games.
There's a racing game.
There's a racing game. There are card games of, like, video games. There's also, like, the virtual pet. So, like, I think that, like, that might be Agumon's biggest hurdle for being in Smash Brothers. Is that he doesn't have a defined video game identity. He's like Mario.
Well, I mean, he's been in every single one of the Digimon fighting games. Digimon Rumble Arena, Digimon Battle Spirit, the first one anyway.
Would you call those the definitive Digimon experience?
No, but like Sonic, he could derive a lot of his normals and stuff from
I'm talking about all the things that surround a DLC character. A stage, music.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh god, a stage.
Yeah, what would an Agumon stage even be? Like the digital city from Digimon World?
Maybe.
They've used it multiple times in multiple games.
Yeah.
Like File Island has been in Digimon World 2. I don't know any other games because they're the only two I've ever played.
Yeah, it's a different setting in Dawn and Dusk, which are the only Digimon games I've played.
Yeah, so
or the only Digimon RPGs I've played.
I guess like File Island would be the Agumon stage, but that's not a very visually interesting location.
No, but think of all the cool cameos you could shove in the
like
background.
Ogremon.
Because that's all some of the DLC stages are.
Yeah, it's like, King of Fighters Arena. Well,
no, King of Fighters has the cool gimmick.
Yeah, King of Fighters Arena has a cool gimmick.
Byleth stage.
Garreg
Monastery has almost nothing
it's
really
a flying
interesting.
Stage.
It's a flying stage, but we got 1,000 of those.
Yeah,
and all of the flying stages specialize in cameos. Nope, sorry. I'm just thinking of Lumiose City.
Yeah, like...
And New Donk City.
Which you can collect the band in New Donk City by touching the band members. Yeah.
So...
Well, I think the Garreg Monastery is a love letter to Three Houses.
Sure.
Because it does have all the cameos, too. Three Houses, like, dateable students, which is weird to say.
Why do you have to say dateable?
Because you can. And it's a weird game, and I'm never going to let this go. Dateable students.
I mean...
Dateable students. We're moving on. So, like, I think even if File Island's not, like, a fly-through stage, even if File Island is not a fly-through stage, we can get a lot of cool cameos, like you said. Like, it would be kind of like King of Fighters Stadium, where every time you load it up, you get someone different. Mm-hmm. Like, you have, like, Biyomon or Palmon or Ogremon or whoever, right? So, I think that would be a cool idea, but I think the rest of the stage wouldn't be visually that interesting, and I don't think it would have like a fun gimmick like the rest of the stages got for all the rest of the DLC characters. Because like going through Fighters Pass 2, just Fighters Pass 2, right?
Arm Stadium has the weird jumping.
It has the weird jumping.
Minecraft stage
has a million seasons, or has the 4 seasons and the breakable terrain. We got Sephiroth has the ending of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, but like as far as the stage goes, it doesn't have a gimmick other than having.
But it's incredibly visually pleasing.
Right.
And then we have Pyra and Mithra. That's just a cameo stage, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. Yeah. No. I guess.
Well, at the head of the dragon you're on moves.
Okay.
It moves. He turns his head away, and you can like not catch ledge because of that.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, that's super weird, but very clever.
So then I think File Island would work as a stage.
Boom.
Because if he can do Xenoblade Chronicles 2 dirty like that, then he can do Digimon dirty like that.
I mean, it's gotta be on his mind, right?
It's
Digimon.
I think it probably exists in there. I think if I was to look at Sakurai's thoughts right now, right, about what the final character would be, I think Digimon would be in there. But I think we've learned that Nintendo is the one calling the shots for this second Fighters Pass, and I don't know if Nintendo is thinking about Digimon right now.
That's very fair.
Now Nintendo might be thinking about II.
Now, you're right, and you're absolutely correct, and II is super viable. But Nintendo put Mario and Sonic in a game together.
That's true.
Pokemon and come on!
But I don't think Nintendo thinks of Digimon as a Pokemon competitor anymore. I don't think Nintendo thinks about Digimon anymore. I think after they soundly trounced it as a competitor and Digimon had to kind of rebrand as something else, I think Nintendo stopped thinking about Digimon.
That's fair. But Digimon's been on Nintendo consoles since...
Yeah, but for a long time. Since the GameCube era. Because we got Rumble Arena on the GameCube. So.
That was on the GameCube?
Or one of the fighting games was on the GameCube. And the racing game was on the GBA, I think.
I know it had a couple of fighting games on the GBA.
Mm-hmm. And then, Dawn and Dusk were on the DS. Because DS, Dawn, Dusk, Haha, funny.
What?
Oh, I know. I'm thinking of Advance Wars.
Yeah. That didn't work at all.
It didn't work at all. I got mixed up with Advance Wars DS. No. Digimon Dawn and Dusk were on the DS.
It's Digimon D and the D.
D and D. But Dusk has DS in it.
Okay.
I was close.
On a quick side note, I remember when the Gold and Silver remakes were coming out, there was... for whatever reason, this stuck in my mind. I don't even know if it was official or if it was a leak.
Okay.
But Dawn Gold and Dusk Silver, or Dusk Gold and Dawn Silver, were titles that I had heard mentioned. And then Digimon was like, oh, have you trademarked that yet?
Nope.
And I don't think that's how it went. I don't know when Digimon Dawn and Dusk came out in accordance to Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
I think they were before Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
So then maybe that was just the joke at the time.
So speaking of this, we'll go back to Smash Brothers in a little bit. In the Pokemon TCG, after the Emerald set in America, so this is before Diamond and Pearl even came out, right? Mm-hmm. After the Emerald trading card game set in North America, we got this set called Unseen Forces, which was a reprint of Gold and Silver Pokemon. Like, because they weren't in the TCG at the time. Oh. So, it was all Johto Pokemon.
They weren't in anything at the time.
And so I'm like, whoa, does this mean we're going to get Gold and Silver remakes?
Oh, wow.
And we didn't until Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but I was like, as a little kid, it was in my mind because we had just gotten Fire and Leaf Green a couple years back. And so I'm like, wow, are we going to get Gold and Silver remakes too? So, I think Gold and Silver remakes were on the mind for a lot of people back then. Even though they weren't even hinted at, like,
yeah,
I think Fire and Leaf Green really sparked the imagination of what was possible.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I remember when I would scour Bulbapedia's news every day, and they were talking about the Pokemon Sunday variety show.
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, they announced that the new Pokemon games will be announced coming out of Gold and Silver Party Balls.
Oh,
and I remember, but the person I was hanging out with at the time was like, they're joking, right? Like, they just gave it away like that?
I mean, sometimes they gotta do it like that.
This person wasn't even that into Pokemon, and they were like, come on.
Yeah. God, I remember when they revealed Black and White, all they did was reveal Zekrom and Reshiram. That's it.
Yeah, we had no types,
It was
no
just the Japanese website was like, these are 2 new Pokemon. This is the 5th generation. And I'm like, oh my god!
And that girl, that one employee got in trouble in an interview for saying that Zekrom was her favorite of the 2 because she likes electric types.
Yeah.
And their types hadn't been revealed yet.
Yeah, because they were like, oh my god, how dare you reveal he's an electric type, even though it kind of looked like a generator on his tail. Like,
but who would have even...
Well, because Reshiram obviously was fire. Reshiram looked very fire type, like, with the flaming thing on the back.
The white flowing, I mean, it looks flying type.
A little.
Let's face it, a lot of Pokemon have... Spiritomb and Sableye literally have rocks in their designs.
Yeah, and they're not rock type.
No. Mm-mm. Neither of the 2 of them.
Nope. Only one of them even learns Power Gem.
Right.
I mean, at least that makes sense for Sableye. He's got gem eyes. Spiritomb, it wouldn't make too much sense if he learned Power Gem.
And so, like, when it comes to Pokemon designs, I think a lot of the time there are too many design elements to be represented by the Pokemon's type sometimes.
That's true. Yeah.
Like Reshiram and Zekrom, we know that Kyurem was originally one creature. Mm-hmm. What type would he be?
Dragon?
Definitely dragon.
How about just dragon?
Okay.
How about just dragon?
With an ability that gives him stab on fire and
ice and electric.
Yeah.
Yep. The 3 types.
Yeah,
it all comes back.
Disturb not the harmony.
Of fire, ice, and lightning.
Something.
Dragon normal.
No.
Like Grandpa. There we go. We've done it. We solved the puzzle. The original dragon was dragon normal type.
We'd have to remove that ability that would give him 4 stabs.
No, he'd be great. 5 stabs.
5 stabs.
Hey, whatchamacallit? Delmise gets 3 stabs.
So? Delmise is Delmise.
He's not even a legendary, he gets 3 stabs.
Yeah, he gets stab on like one of the worst offensive types in the game.
It got better with Fairy.
Barely. All it did was give steel moves viability on dragon Pokemon.
It gives him stab on Anchor Shot.
Cool. That's his signature move.
Which is a good move.
Yeah.
So
it's great.
Yeah. Back to Agumon.
Oh my god, right. We walked away from Digimon.
Back to Agumon. Would it be a different Digimon?
No.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Are you sure it wouldn't be Patamon?
What?
Because you'd get Angemon instead. Which I think would be a cooler evolution gimmick.
I think it would be a less viable thing because despite our comment at the beginning about Greymon and Agumon being so different, they are the same body type.
Okay.
They would have the same basic moves that would be translatable.
Okay.
And, like Pyrus switches to Mithra, but they're both big titty anime sword girls.
Yeah.
So even though their special moves are distinct...
I think their normals are distinct too.
Their normals are very similar though. They're very clearly based from one another. To change all of Patamon's normals and movement and animations to swap that over to Angemon. Also, Patamon as a representative of Digimon. I mean,
I think Patamon has been getting up there in terms of like mascot viability for Digimon.
But he's no more mascot than Gabumon.
That's true. Okay, I think you're right. I think Patamon still does live in the Gabumon shadow that they both live in now. But I think Patamon has risen to like Gabumon levels.
The only other even remotely possible choice would be Tyrannomon.
Ooh, because he was like the first Digimon.
And is still used over Agumon in a lot of the advertising. Like the anniversary splash art that they have has Tyrannomon. And
what does it? Is it just Tyrannomon for the anniversary, or is it like a collage?
No, like the like how the Sonic 30 anniversary logo is literally like Sonic's running feet are the 0.
Yeah.
The little like border around the 30 has Tyrannomon gripping it.
Oh, not Agumon or Greymon.
No, it's Tyrannomon.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, of all the weird things, there's a machine Digimon that is wearing a Tyrannomon outfit like Mimikyu.
Oh my god.
So there's a thing there.
So Tyrannomon is the Pikachu. Of Digimon. Okay, it's not Agumon. Agumon was just the choice for the anime, and that's why it got so popular.
Yeah, I mean, it is really kind of like a weird one-to-one comparison where Agumon is just the Charmander.
It's Charmander, but Pikachu is Tyrannomon.
Except that they didn't give Tyrannomon to anyone in the main series of Digimon. So it just didn't build that same iconography like Pikachu did.
Like Pikachu's existed the whole time in the anime, but Tyrannomon hasn't.
Yeah.
So, does Tyrannomon have a rookie form that's iconic?
I don't... Digimon are weird, and I don't actually know that much about Tyrannomon's exact line. I know Tyrannomon has, like, a handful of different forms from Tyrannomon. All that kind of... He's got, like, 4 different ultimates.
Yeah. Like, that's... When you start getting in the weeds of Digimon, that's what happens.
Right. And I don't know if he has a specific rookie form that's unique to his line. I think it's one of those...
iconic.
Or even iconic. If I can't think of it, it's probably not iconic, because I know Digimon to a degree.
Yeah.
But I think he suffers from being one of those lines where it's like...
I think Agumon can digivolve into Tyrannomon.
Yeah.
Or it'd be some weird Agumon cousin, like Clear Agumon or Toy Agumon.
Right. Well, it's eventually Toy Agumon that turns into the
Mimikyu.
The Mimikyu.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes way too much sense, actually.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
That's really bizarre.
And this Tyrannomon EX came out. That's what it's called, by the way. Tyrannomon EX.
Okay.
And that thing has existed since way before Mimikyu.
Yeah, I remember. And it's like a doll, right? It's like a plushie.
It looks like Manzimon.
Yeah, it's like Manzimon. No, yeah, I know Tyrannomon EX. Then, yeah, I've seen this thing.
Yeah,
like,
the mouth is open and there's the 2 red eyes.
Yeah, I've seen this thing.
Yeah, it's great. He's so cool.
No, okay.
Easily one of my favorite new Digimon from like.
Just such a weird idea that Pokemon copied like 15 years later.
Well, and Renamon came out before Lucario.
Yeah. Renamon is more of like a Japanese thing. Lucario's like a weird Anubis dog.
Well, sure.
Like, Renamon is a mystical QB. Like...
But Lucario has like the whole aura martial arts thing, and Renamon has the yin-yangs on her thighs.
Yeah, but she doesn't keep that.
I know.
She becomes Okami. Like...
Shiny Lucario is yellow.
There's no shiny Digimon.
I know.
Oh, that's the other thing. Okay, hold up, man. If it was Agumon, he'd have the
Black Agumon,
Snow Agumon, Toy Agumon, and then alts of those. Like Black Agumon would have like a gray, like a slightly ashen version. Snow Agumon would be like mud Snow Agumon, like mud Frigimon, and then Toy Agumon would have clear Agumon. It writes itself.
Right, and there is a Black Greymon and a Black War Greymon.
Oh my god, there is no Snow Greymon though.
No, but you know.
Yeah, you can't win them all.
Still having you'd still have to have 8 color palettes anyway, and having a white palette Greymon would look cool.
It would be sick. Yeah, he'd be like a snow tiger because he's got the stripes.
Yeah,
and then like a toy Greymon, like made for Smash Brothers.
That would be hysterical.
That'd be hilarious.
I don't know if they would go that far unless you have like how the last 2 costumes for Sephiroth are shirtless, and like you have the special wireframe Mac costume. Would be.
I think that's what they would do. Yeah. It'd be like wireframe Greymon. Like,
oh no.
Like it goes from toy Agumon to wireframe Greymon. Like, I think that's kind of cool.
That would be cool.
That would be very cool. And then all the War Greymons can just be the War Greymon.
Sure.
Like the Final Smash doesn't have to change. Like,
but there is a Black War Greymon.
yeah, there is. He might be anime only.
No, he's. I mean, any game that has Black Agumon in it has Black War Greymon.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're in all the RPGs.
Yeah, okay, so that works then. Man, but just okay. Well, Patamon does get Tsukaimon.
He sure does.
He sure does. Man, my Padawan was shot down so quickly. I wasn't expecting that.
I'm sorry.
But I'm glad. I'm glad because I learned something.
There is much discussion to be had about Digimon, and no one's having it.
No one's having it.
What
if it was Gatomon? Do you think it could be Gatomon? Because you get the fan service.
But Tony, Smash is for good little boys and girls.
Pyra and Mithra now available.
I know, right? God,
we had to censor them so we could put them in the game. They would just censor Anjuwamon. They just censor her, and this Final Smash is super cool. Magnadramon,
Orofanimon.
Yeah,
but like. My points with Patamon still stand about the moveset differences between
it'd be
the two.
Too great.
If you have a character that transforms, you're going to need the movesets to be similar. Otherwise, that character is going to take ages.
Yeah. And this character has to come out in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
They probably already started development, most likely, but they don't have a lot of time. So...
I mean, it is possible that they've been working on this DLC character for a long time, and it is a character with two different forms that are completely different.
It could be,
Yeah. What if instead of Pokemon Trainer, what if they have Rival and it's Bulbasaur, Charmeleon, and
don't
Blessed?
Get me started on how much I want Rival so bad because it wouldn't be that. It would be Pidgeot, Rhydon, and Exeggutor.
Oh no, that would be so cool.
It would be so cool. I wanted to take your tour and Smash so bad.
What if for... Oh, no, that would not work.
What?
I was just going to say for Exeggutor's Final Smash, but he'd be part of Pidgeot and...
yeah.
And Rhydon.
No,
but...
it'd be like a Team Blast from Sonic Heroes. Like, Rhydon would, like, start a sandstorm, and then, like, Pidgeot would, like, blow it in their face, and Exeggutor's charging a Solar Beam the whole time. Like, it'd be so cool. I haven't seen Triple Finish in a while. Did they update the visuals on that thing?
Charizard no longer looks like he's humping Ivysaur, but other than that, it's the same.
Okay, I'm like, did they update? I hope they updated the visuals on that because I haven't seen. I don't know if I've actually seen Triple Finish in Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, Triple Finish is weird because it had a character that was a part of it, but it sat out a game.
Yeah.
While that character was in it.
Yeah. Well, and then what was Charizard's final? It was Mega Charizard X.
That's right. Back when they had transformation Final Smashes.
Yeah, and they took that away to make it like cutscenes
and to make it faster.
Except for PD Piranhas, which is still a transformation Final Smash.
Yeah, sort of.
Like it doesn't start a cutscene; it just starts like a mode.
Yeah.
That happens. Like it's PD Piranha mode for a little bit.
And I love that. That's like how Gallium is in Smash Ultimate. I love how the PD Piranha Final Smash is straight out of Brawl.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. I said we're not getting another mother character. I want Porky so bad. We're not gonna get him. He's gone. They removed him from Smash Brothers. He's not. He doesn't exist.
Yeah, his boss fight didn't come back.
His boss fight is gone.
God,
he doesn't have a spirit. He's gone. We removed him. All we have is his stage. Which is the worst stage in the game. And that's in a game where electroplankton exists.
Wow, look at you moving on.
I'm done. I'm done hoping for Porky. If they put him in as Fighter 11, I would be shocked. I think it would be pretty ceremonious because it'd be like Mother 3 Love where we get none.
Right, and that's a series that's very near and dear to
everyone's hearts.
Especially like the people at Nintendo and HAL Laboratory. HAL, yes?
HAL did not work on it, but they love it. And they worked on Earthbound.
That's what I'm thinking of.
HAL, back when they were called Halkin, back before they had the dog logo, they worked on Earthbound. So, yes, they do have an attachment to it. And Lucas would come out of nowhere, and then Porky, something happened. Porky did something. That's what it would be called.
Porky did something.
And this is not super big spoilers. In the Porky fight in Mother 3, because it's like a callback to Earthbound's final fight. In Earthbound's final fight, the creature you're fighting, you cannot comprehend its attacks. So it says, like, you cannot comprehend the nature of Blank's attack. And then it hits you. With Porky's fight, they wanted to, like, call back to that. So in the Porky fight, it says, Porky did something. And then something happens.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so I think the Porky cut would be, Porky did something.
That would be incredible. We didn't do a cut for Agumon.
Oh, what would Agumon's be? Would it be like Agumon Digivolve? No. What would it be? Digimon doesn't have like a cool catchphrase. Yeah.
Agumon starts the Digi Revolution. I got nothing.
No, we cannot go back to the Digirap.
I'm sorry. That was all I could think of.
No, I'm like, we can't do any anime callbacks. I think that's the hardest part about a Digimon rep in Smash Brothers, is that a lot of Digimon's identity is the anime.
You could say the same about Pokemon.
Yes, because they all say their names, except for Lucario and Mewtwo. And I think that's it. I think there's only 2 Pokemon in Smash Brothers that don't say their names. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Right?
Yeah. The rest of them say their names.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And that's an anime-only thing. Except for Pikachu, now. Pikachu in the game says Pikachu now. But all the rest of the Pokemon in the games, they just kind of make noises.
Yeah.
And that's not true in Smash Brothers. So that's like an anime-only thing that they took. I guess because like it's so intertwined with the identity of the series.
And what other noises would they make?
I don't know. Grunt? Donkey Kong noises?
Charizard is barely intelligible even in the anime. Mm-hmm. He doesn't really say Charizard.
No, he just says, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see, I did it pretty good.
There you go.
Ivysaur says Ivysaur pretty audibly.
Yeah. Yeah, with a pretty Charizard-like grunt to his voice, too.
And Squirtle's, like, pretty iconic, and
Jigglypuff's great.
And Pichu. And
I love hearing Greninja and Incineroar try.
Ninja! He says ninja. Yeah. Like, that's pretty good. He does say roar.
Cinnamon roll!
He does say cinnamon roll. I think it's hilarious that they got Incineroar to say his name, actually.
Yeah.
Like, the manliest Pokemon in the game, and he, like, says Incineroar. Like...
John Incineroar.
Incineroar makes a lot of people uncomfortable, and I see why.
Yeah.
Like, Incineroar, being a house cat, is very uncomfortable.
Right.
Like, this man just, like, lounging around in your house, like, wanting to be pet.
And his belt's on fire.
His belt's on fire.
And everything he's going to sit on is going to catch fire.
Mm-hmm. And he's just a big cat.
He's just a big cat. He's very large.
He's a really large thing.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay, you know what? I don't think it makes me uncomfortable as much as I just think, like, what a wonderful world it is for Pokemon, where you can have a giant house cat that is a man-shaped.
Right. Well, imagine being in Galar and picking up a stray, mangy-looking cat off the street and it turns into a pirate.
Oh.
Imagine just having a Berserker.
But he's only like 3 feet tall.
Yeah, but instead of shredding your carpets, he can cut anything in your house in half.
Yeah, and he has and he wants to go steal things. I want to go commit crimes, mother.
Right, you're away. He goes into the neighbor's yard, goes into the neighbor's house.
Yeah, steals their jewels.
Yeah.
He says that you find him back at your house, like the door's like broken open, and he's like playing with jewelry that is not yours. Like,
there's a lot of implications in the Pokemon world that only get dumber as
Berserker
the series goes.
is not a Pokemon with a job. We've complained about Gen 8 Pokemon.
He's a pirate.
He's just a weird cat. He's a weird cat.
Oh no! Don't do this.
He's just a weird cat. Not all the Gen 8 Pokemon have jobs. Berserker, not a Pokemon with a job.
He's a pirate. Come on.
He's Viking inspired.
Yeah.
But he does not go to work to be a Viking every day. Not like Toxtricity goes to work to be a guitar player.
I don't know, man. I don't know what you're seeing about Berserker that isn't just Toxtricity.
It's the feralness of it. Like, Berserker seems like I would find him in the wild just chilling.
I mean, look, like, Toxtricity is some sort of weird salamander that, like, strums the nodes on its chest to generate electricity.
Yeah.
Is that really so different than Berserker?
I guess you're right. Like, it just seems like Toxtricity was, like, made for a purpose. Like, because he has such a specific one, where, like, being a rascal is not really specific. It's what Berserker does.
Well, it's just... It's still inspired by, like, a human thing. Yeah. It's just that thing is more...
It's more...
animalistic and
abstract,
primitive. Yeah. You know, well, so there is one Galar Pokemon that doesn't have another job, and it's Greedent. It's just a fat squirrel.
Yeah, he's just a big fat squirrel.
That's it, though.
Yeah. Well, Orbeetle is just a UFO beetle.
What?
Orbeetle.
How is being a UFO different than being a...
He's not... Being a UFO is not a job.
Kirby thinks it is?
No, Part-Time UFO thinks it is. It's made by the same people, because it's the same UFO sprite.
I know.
But it's not Kirby. And Part-Time UFO being a UFO is legitimately a job.
Well, there you go.
Okay, you're right.
Part-Time Orbeetle.
Is Runarigus a Pokemon with a job?
No, but it's a ghost that's haunting a thing.
Yeah, which is a similar idea.
Because, like, we haven't had a ghost that's just...
a ghost.
A ghost. We've had Haunted Sword,
Haunted
tea
Lamp,
set, Haunted Lamp.
Haunted Tree, Haunted Pumpkin.
And now Haunted Broken Celtic Ruin.
Haunted Ruins and Haunted Tea. Ghost Horse.
Yes.
Ghost Horse is just a ghost horse.
But Spectrier got spared the having to have a job thing. Spectrier and Glastrier look more like Pokemon because their job is to be a mount.
Yeah, their job is to be just a horse. Just a regular horse.
Right?
To be ridden by a thing.
And I think the Glastrier looks stupid, but I think Spectrier is the closest we've gotten to having, like, Gen 1 sensibilities in Pokemon design.
Yeah, like, it's just a horse.
Yeah. It's a cool horse with no ankles.
Yeah, because he's a ghost.
Yeah.
I think Spectrier doesn't, or Glastrier doesn't look that bad when you realize he's supposed to be a blind horse.
I guess it still looks very stupid.
Yeah, I think it's a color palette.
I think that the way the elements of ghostliness are integrated into Spectrier look better
than the ice elements in Glastrier.
Because it's kind of boring, kind of uninteresting.
I think if it was see-through, I think if the glass in Glastrier was see-through, I think that would do a lot for its design.
Maybe.
But, because it says glass in the name.
Yeah.
Glastrier. What if it was a glass horse? But, no, he's just a white horse with a mask on.
The last Pokemon that was even remotely glass-themed was Rock-type.
Yeah. So, yeah. Ice is not glass. I suppose so.
There is... consistency in places you don't expect it.
Yeah, it's consistent in, like, the weirdest ways, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hold on, I don't think... Do the hats have jobs? The hats are just weird magical creatures.
Sure. And
so are the imps.
And I think that the fairy type gets away with that the same way the ghost type does.
Where you could just be a weird creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, you look at Hatterene and Grimmsnarl, and they are based on fairy tale creatures.
Yeah, the imp,
but
and
the fact that they're fairies
makes it lets them get away with it.
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. It does give off a distinctly different vibe, despite the same kind of design sensibility being present.
Sandaconda does not have a job. He's just a snake.
Sandaconda and Silicobra would be cool if Sandaconda looked like it could move.
Yeah, he just looks like...
He's got that Metal Greymon problem.
Yeah, he does not look like he can move in the wild. He's too thick.
Got a donut for a neck.
He's got a big donut neck, and it looks like he can't move. Silicobra's pretty good, at least.
Yeah, it's just a cute little snake.
He's just a weird snake. Phalanx definitely has a job.
Phalanx's job is that they love one another.
they're five guys.
Six guys
doing... Do you need something moved? We are 6 guys.
The only thing stronger than our muscles is our bond with each other.
Yeah. And Grapploct has a job too.
Yeah, I mean... Well, and so... And that's it. That's that blurry line, right? Grapploct being a wrestler very clearly... He's even got a belt.
Yeah, he's got his belt tentacles.
But it's clever.
Yeah.
But it's still very... obvious.
It's kind of too on the nose.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, we could use a little more subtlety. Like, also, I saw, because I didn't know about Raplocked at first, so I saw Clobopus, and I'm like, oh my god, I love you. It was the Crabrawler problem.
Right.
It was the Crabrawler problem. It was little fighting type that I fall in love with immediately, and then it evolves, and I'm like, I'm done. Get out of my party. Get out of my life. I'm never using you again. Like,
Crabominable is the most disappointing thing. I kept my Crabrawler with me through all of Sun and Moon because I loved the little bastard.
Same. I loved him. He was so funny and so good, legitimately strong.
Well, it's good early game, and then it very clearly falls behind.
But, like, you know, he's going to evolve.
So when you get to the Elite Four, and you're like, this guy's a little underleveled, let me pop a rare candy in him.
I'm evolving. Oh no.
Yeah, your coconut crab turns into a coconut.
Yeah, a coconut yeti.
Yeah.
Which are two design elements that don't work well together.
It's a lot.
It's too much.
It's a lot.
The fact that the claws open still is too much.
Duh.
Like, if they were, like, fused shut to be just, like, punching implements, that would work for me.
Well, the Pokedex entry says it can launch them like missiles.
I hate it.
Right.
I hate it.
Where does Mega Sceptile's tail regrow from? Where do Crabrawler get more arms?
At least with Mega Sceptile, it's a grass type.
Right.
So, like, it's growing the tree constantly kind of makes sense. Like, it shoots its tree missile, which is not a move, by the way.
Right.
Like, not even he didn't even get a move that's like shoot tree missile move. Like, but he shoots his missile and it grows back because he's a grass type, right? It makes sense, whatever, right? Crabrawler, like, I guess that crabs regenerate, right? But, like, not that fast.
Right.
Like,
takes several molts for an arthropod.
Unless, like, he got, like, a molting move. Like, you know, that'd
like
be...
reverse autotomize?
Yeah, like, molt. Like, that'd be kind of cool. But no, he didn't get it, so... Also, like, you know, pour one out for Mega Sceptile, who, like, just got really the shit end of, like, the Hoenn Mega starters stick.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, Mega Blaziken keeps speed boost and is incredible. Mega Swampert's, like, the best Pokemon, one of the best Pokemon in the game. Like, and Mega Sceptile's like,
I'm more weak to ice now.
I get Dragon Stab on Dragon Pulse. That's it.
Poor Sceptile.
They took away my signature move and made it physical and gave it to everybody. And then they didn't give me an equally good special signature move. And then I got Lightning Rod, even though I quad resist it.
But they put him in Pokken Tournament.
Yeah. I think he deserved it.
Yeah.
He deserved it.
Sceptile is a really cool design.
It's a really good design. I'm glad that he is Blaziken in Pokken too?
Yeah.
I forgot Blaziken was in Pokken. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He was the one they showed it off with. How can I forget?
Yeah.
We got that teaser at one of the directs, wasn't it?
I think so.
At the end of it, it was just like Blaziken and Lucario standing in a street.
Yeah.
And we were like, what the fuck is this? Because they didn't tell us anything. They didn't move. They were just standing in the street. And I'm like, what is this?
Well, it looks like a fighting game, but this is Pokemon.
And then I was like, it's actually a fighting game. I'm like, oh my god.
I wish I had the energy to get into Pokken.
We'll have to wait for the next one.
Yeah.
Which is probably going to happen now.
Yeah.
Because Snap did really well. And Snap was the Pokken team.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's why there hasn't been a Pokken since...
Like the Snap team, what do you want to do?
Pokken again, please.
We have so much more we could do. We have so many weird body types we want to...
They've done them all with Snap now.
Yeah.
Golurk. Oh my god. Absol.
Bro.
Absol in Pokken 2 and Golurk.
Keep Absol's Mega alive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they put in Suicune and Chandelure. Anything is game.
Mawile.
Oh.
Mawile.
Oh my god.
As a stance character?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Voldo.
Yeah. Mawile as a stance character with a front and a back stance. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. The Mega Mawile. Mm-hmm.
And if they put in Mawile...
Sableye.
they don't have to.
They could put him as an assist.
That would be cool.
He comes out and, like, runs around a little bit. Maybe it's like Stitch in Kingdom Hearts 2, where, like, he crawls along the screen and he, like, licks your HP and heals your HP back.
That would be hysterical. I was going to say that he could, like, steal synergy from the other
That'd be fun, too. Like, he crawls over to their synergy gauge and, like, takes some of it and then puts it into yours. I don't know if you've seen in Kingdom Hearts 2.
I haven't.
So in Kingdom Hearts 2, there is a Stitch summon. And what he does is he breaks the fourth wall, where he jumps out from the game into the UI, and he starts licking your HP to give you more HP back.
It's disgusting.
It's hilarious. It's very cute, actually.
I love it.
And Sableye's always been very Stitch-like, so
yeah,
I think that would work. He's a little gremlin. Oh man, now we're on Pokken. Anything's possible, dude. Stunfisk.
No.
Stunfisk.
Now, as a Poke assist, he'd be genius.
Oh, it's Galarian Stunfisk as an assist?
Yeah.
Where you just throw it, down the trap.
Undetectable landmine, right?
Yeah, it's just like, okay, we put my assist out. And then like you go to field mode after a while.
Area denial.
And then
It's great.
Like because you forgot about him earlier in the match. Yeah. Like
he'd be such a pain in dual mode, but in I forget what it's
area
called.
mode.
Area mode, yeah.
Or field mode.
Field mode, yeah. It'd be cool because you're transitioning between the two, and
you forgot Stunfisk was there, and he's just a little tiny Pokeball beak, and then he clamps on you and traps you. Oh my god, that'd be so good. Man, now I want it.
Right.
Frosmoth?
Oh no.
Frosmoth. Venomoth. Venomoth. Or Volcarona.
I mean, of the three. Did we talk about Pokken already on the podcast?
We have, but it's always a good topic.
Yeah, because we were talking about Smash and character speculation, and
we rolled right on into it.
Right?
We need I don't even think Pokken 1 had a poison other than Krogunk.
Gengar.
Oh, Gengar. Yeah, Gengar counts. Okay. So yeah, Gengar and Krogunk. But we could use like well, if we were going to get another poison type in Pokken, would you want a weirdo or would you want like a cool guy?
I think if I had to pick, without a comprehensive, I think unfortunately I have to go really basic because of the potential, and I'd love Nidoking.
Nidoking would be so good.
Nidoking would just be insane.
All the punches, all the beams, like it'd be incredible. He'd have like a wide range, like a swath of moves.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be great.
You could have an up-close Earthquake and a far-away Earth Power.
And a really cool and cinematic horn drill for the Synergy Burst.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Like, where he, like, shakes the ground and, like, comes at you and then, like, grabs you and then the horn starts spinning and there's, like...
No.
Okay.
All right, bear with me, right?
Okay.
He activates the thing and it creates that big over-the-top dramatic drill animation on his horn, and he goes straight into the ground, and it shows him, like, serpentining towards you like a shark, and
you see the spikes coming out of those...
And at the last second, he disappears, and you look around, and then it just comes straight up from under you, and it does, like, the black silhouette with the red background.
Oh, yeah.
Like from Pokemon Stadium.
Oh, yeah. It's a one-hit wonder. Oh, that's good. Okay. Man. Because I was going to say, like, I would want a weirdo for poison, because there's so many good weirdos.
There are.
Like a Alolan Muck.
Sure. A Alolan Muck would be amazing.
Alolan Muck.
But
oh my god.
Movement would be very similar to Gengar with the half in the floor thing, because
Yeah,
Gengar doesn't dash.
He swims.
Yeah.
He kind of dashes sometimes. He'll like do a flip. Like
do a flip.
Gengar does a flip.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, there are so many weirdo Pokemon to choose from. Imagine Cryogonal.
Oh, my Cryogonal!
Imagine Cryogonal
with
putting
the chains.
The chains.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it would be Pikachu's like weird move where he picks up rocks with electricity, except that's the whole Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh, I would want Cryogonal. He'd be so good. Or okay, no. If I wanted like a weirdo ice type, Cryogonal is up there, but we also get Dugong. Dugong.
What a waste of a slot.
Are you kidding me?
There's nothing visually interesting about Dugong.
But they could do so much. They could do this. I think Pokken, what I want Pokken most of all, is I want Pokken to do Pokemon justice. Pokemon that don't get a lot of justice in other media, I want them to, like, here, you be the most you can right here. And this, like, for Sceptile. Like, Sceptile is the best he is in Pokken.
Yeah. Okay. Counterpick then. Pokemon that deserve justice. Give me Druddigon.
Yeah. Yes.
Give me long arms.
Yeah.
Give me Grappler.
put all the gorilla arm dragons in Pokemon. Nidoking counts as a gorilla arm dragon.
It's sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude.
Druddigon would be so good.
Druddigon would be so good.
It'd be so good.
It's like, what are those wings good for? He has a weird escape move, like Lex Luthor's jet escape in Marvel or DC versus.
Or give him
Mortal
like a
Kombat.
shuttle loop really quick.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good. Man. Okay, what would his synergy burst be?
His synergy burst would be I'm
thinking about it.
Man.
Because, like, things that define Druddigon are his really cool, his weirdo arms, his little wings,
And his rough skin.
I
was like, he just grabs you and rubs you on his chest like a cheese grater, but that's really stupid.
That's really stupid. What I'm thinking is maybe, like, what?
Oh.
What?
What if, okay.
Okay.
This is a little obtuse.
Okay.
But, like, where do you find Druddigon?
In Victory Road.
No.
Okay.
Dragon Spiral Tower.
Oh, okay.
And so Druddigon definitely has a right to just have an over-the-top, stupid dragon move for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, even just giving him Devastating Drake.
That would be cool. Yeah.
But, like, with loosely Dragon Spiral Tower themed aesthetic to it.
Well, what I was thinking is, like, the rough skin, right? And you can find him in Victory Road. What's the defining feature of Black and White's Victory Road?
It sucks.
You can slide down the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, Druddigon grabs you and flies up to the top of Victory Road and then drags you down the whole thing.
You're giving him Ridley's side B.
Yeah.
Oh,
as
yes.
As a synergy burst.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
A dragon with long-ass arms that's a grappler. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Druddigon is Ridley now.
Druddigon is Ridley.
Druddigon for Pokken, Ridley for Smash. And they're like, no, his arms are too long.
His arms are too long.
Druddigon, too long for Smash.
Too long
for Pokken, sorry.
Okay, so we've got Absol, Nidoking.
Oh my god, and then his reveal trailer splash art, which isn't a thing in Pokken, but would have to say, long time coming.
It's been a long time coming. We got Druddigon, baby. Man. Okay, we got Golurk, we've got Absol, we've got Mawile, we've got Nidoking, and we've got Druddigon. This is already looking great. This is a great roster. I'm already happy with those picks.
All right. But bear with me on this one.
Okay.
Bear with me on this one. Agumon.
That's where we end it. That's where we end it right there.
Yeah.
Agumon for Pokken Tournament 2. We didn't get an email, and we don't have any patch notes.
Nope, we have one patch note.
We have a patch note.
We have a patch note.
This is a segment called Patch Notes, where we talk about things that we get wrong in previous episodes. What is our patch note?
WarioWare's not dead.
You're right! Congratulations on WarioWare for not being dead. Holy shit, yeah, that's relevant. And the Nintendo Direct happened 2 weeks ago for E3, and we're getting a new WarioWare game, and it's not even like a collection. Like, it's just a straight up new WarioWare game.
You really had me convinced we were never seeing WarioWare
I
again.
was convinced that we were never seeing WarioWare again. It had been since WarioWare for the Wii U, which was a death sentence for some video game franchises.
Not Pikmin.
Well, yes, Pikmin. The newest Pikmin game is just a re-release of the Wii U Pikmin game.
But Pikmin 4's almost done. Quote some guy at a Nintendo thing 8 years ago.
No, we're not gonna get Pikmin 4. I don't think so. I'm gonna keep saying things like this, so I can be wrong.
Right.
But that is our patch note. That WarioWare is not actually dead, and is alive again. So maybe Rhythm Heaven could come back. Maybe things don't have to go away forever. Like they said in the Star Wars trailer, no one's ever really gone. No one's ever really gone. Well, that's our patch note. I do not think we have an email. I checked it before we started. I don't think we got one during the episode, so...
Yeah, and It's Still Cool is not recorded in front of a live studio audience.
It's not yet, so... but if you do want to send us an email about whatever... I know earlier we had an email about a Dante reveal trailer.
And... patch note. I'm so sorry, Vorpal.
Yes, our fan Vorpal, who sent in the Dante reveal trailer idea for Smash, has maybe had their dreams crushed a little bit by the current Mii Fighter dream crushing event.
I'm sure they've been a part of the sad Dante Twitter posting that's been going on all day.
I personally feel bad for everybody, but now you all feel my Geno pain, so I can't feel too bad.
Yeah, and I'm here with Monster Hunter.
Yeah, so, but if you do have an idea you want to send us about maybe a stage for Agumon, or helping me refute that Padawan might be a cool idea.
You know, one of the 5 people that's confirmed to have listened to this podcast is one of my 3 friends who likes Digimon. So.
Well, there we go. So if one of those people wants to send in and help me out with this Padawan idea, I'd really appreciate it. That email address is itsstillcoolcast@gmail.com. Again, that's itsstillcoolcast@gmail.com. We got a Demons Souls situation. There's 2 S's. So just remember that. Demons, Souls, It's Still Coolcast. Other than that, we're ending it where I said we were ending it. Agumon for Pokken 2.
Agumon for Pokken 2. I've been Jesse.
And I've been Tony. And it's still cool.